Hello everyone, it's Jade and welcome back to a speed build on the channel. Oh my god, my phone ruining this. So today we will be building what I have built, a home for the Family Dynamics Challenge. So we've been in that little house for a few parts now. I think we're up to like, I don't even know what part we're up to. I lied. But I wanted something different, and I do love building, and I got very carried away in this. I don't know if you'll notice, but I changed this so much. I had to cut so much out and it's still 20 minutes long. So I'm just gonna do my absolute best. I am still sick and I'm still trying to get these videos out. This has been sitting for a while without me. I've just been sick, and the thought of doing a voiceover makes me stressed because I have to keep talking, and if I have like a coughing fit or if I need to cough, that's gonna make me have to restart this again, and I was really not looking forward to that. But I really do love this build, and I'm not gonna leave this build out. I think I left the renovation of my werewolf's house out. Why am I saying I think? I have. I've decided to leave it out because I've already uploaded the next part, but I haven't got to that situation in the Family Dynamics yet. So we're gonna push forward and we're gonna really enjoy this house. I really think this house, why am I saying really so much? I've turned 12 again. It's because I haven't spoken to a human in probably a month. Okay, I lied, but you know what I mean. Like, why am I so antisocial? So welcome to the new house. So I wanted to definitely go with a country kind of theme. Obviously this generation, got me obviously back to, this generation is pretty much based around big family and gardening, I believe. Yeah, so I should have had the rules ready so I could kind of go over what like this generation is and just refresh myself, because I feel like I've been like so out of practice with The Sims, and I've been in The Sims 3 a lot lately, as weird as that is. But what's been also holding me back for uploading videos, I'm gonna leave all this in like so raw, so great. But what's been stopping me from kind of being consistent with my videos lately is the fact that I was going to make like a Kaz video on The Sims 3 because I was like getting really excited for it, and I was like, yes, I'd love to just create some Sims, make a world, not make a world, but like populate a world, make some families and stuff like that, just like for my own in-depth gameplay. I went in and I couldn't use some of the sliders, and then I went into NRAS and allowed more sliders and it still didn't work, and I didn't want to put like 1,000 sliders allowance because that just would have been a bit crazy. So I just kind of like panicked, and I was like trying to remove stuff that might have conflicted with my sliders, and somehow, like, because I was pulling it all onto my desktop and pulling like certain packs, like certain, not packs, but certain folders of mine back in and back out, and I just got like really frustrated with it because anything I was doing was not working. And then I just confused myself so much more with what I had done with my mods pack that I just made it so much worse. So I ended up taking the whole pack out, starting fresh, re-downloading all my Sims 3 CC again. And I know some of you guys have been like, Jade, show us how you find CC. But that's something you didn't want to be a part of. 100% guaranteed. You didn't want to be there. I spent, because it's over Christmas holidays, and I actually for once in 7 years of my life get a Christmas like holiday, I've done absolutely nothing but spend like days trying to sort out my Sims 3 mods folder. Like, that's a real commitment. Good thing I am antisocial, otherwise who would have time for that? Not really. Like, honestly, I probably would have spent like, I remember the first day I spent 6 hours trying to figure out what was stopping my sliders. The next day I spent probably like 8 hours, but like I've just been CC shopping, and then I go back into my saves, which is like my Salvatore Legacy. And why am I talking about The Sims 3 while I'm doing a Sims 4 video? I'm sorry, but this is more like an update, kind of how you going, guys, what's been happening with me. Much love. This house is really cute though. But I went back into my Sims 3 saves, and I was missing like so many things. And it was just like, it was simple things. Like I didn't mind if it was some hairs or whatever, like fine, skin's different, cool, that's fine. But it was like the floor. There we go, nice cute little cough. But it was like the floor of the house, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to go find where I got this floor from. And so I'd spend like 8 hours, probably not 8 hours, probably like 3, looking for this floor. And I think the next day I found it because I was still persistent. But like, it's just crazy how much I had to put into it. And then I would go into my toddlers and I'd be like, this isn't enough toddler stuff. So I'd go search for toddler stuff, and I'm like, I hate all this toddler stuff. But I've got to remember that The Sims 3 is quite limited. And can you hear me like trying my best not to cough right now to commit to this? It's not like The Sims 3 isn't big anymore. Like, not that it really was big, but like it's not people are going back through a lot of the Sims stuff. Like a lot of people are cutting off their ties with the Sims 3 and just like leaving their content available, and like less troubleshooting, and so it's been an interesting roller coaster. I'm pretty sure I went into Kaz the other day and my slider still didn't work. So I'm so happy right now. I cannot tell you how frustrated that made me, but I got really distracted because also something that I'm going to be starting to work on now, just because I randomly did it yesterday and I don't know what came over me to want to do it, but there was an empty Sims 3 world that I saw online while I was just grabbing a couple of worlds just to refresh my game, and I was like, an empty world could be fun because that could be like a project for me. And I actually went into it and I was like, crap, there's no like city hall or anything, and I was like, okay, let's Google it. Googled how to do that. So I placed that down and I actually edited the lot that it was on to have like shrubs and stuff like that, and I was like, this is kind of cute. And so I spent like my afternoon doing that yesterday. And so I guess the big idea is that I'm going to hopefully populate and build in this world and just make everything like me. So like it's just gonna be so much nicer, because you know how like there's worlds but like there might not be a nice bar to go to, or you know, you don't know what to do with your sim for them to go on a date. I'm gonna try to do that, but I have also noticed that there's a lot of complications in the Sims 3, like with terrain, and it's all telling me that I should be making my own world, and I really don't want to do that because that's just I'm creative but I'm not that creative, you know. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. If somebody wants to like link me a world, because I was really upset that there wasn't a 64 by 64 lot in this world, right? It's all small lots, which still cute world, but like I can't put like a festival ground in, which is like what you love about seasons, right? Like it just comes and it goes, and it's just, yeah, that frustrated me. And then I was like, how do I edit all these lots? And it's like, you can't. And I was just like, okay, crying in the club. But yeah. So hopefully in the probably further future, I will start working on some Sims 3 builds, some Sims 3 Kazas. Could of course do this in the Sims 4, but I guess I just want to start in the Sims 3 because I'm lacking it so much in the Sims 3, whereas Sims 4 you can still grab stuff from the gallery, you can put all these lots in. I mean, you could do it in the Sims 3 as well, but I wanted it to be more of a me thing. And I remember originally trying to start this in this game and it just did not work out. But yeah, so that's a project that I'm thinking about trying to start. Good luck to me if I actually commit to it. But I just think it would be really exciting, and I feel like people would also appreciate that, like something for their Sims. There's enough ranting about the Sims 3. I'm trying so hard not to cough. I'm committing to this. And my dog's barking in the background. Also, this new mic, shouldn't have bought it. Could have just stayed with my previous mic and it almost would have been a better time. Would have been less stress, and right now less stress in my life is chef's kiss. But it's done. I've committed to it. I spent the money on it. Can't return it. Let's just take this, you know, let's just move forward one step at a time. Am I right? Oh my god. But yes, so back to family dynamics. So it's been a whirlwind. Me and gameplay at the moment is just a bit rough, and it's definitely on me for not actually checking what I'm doing properly, and sometimes thinking things are okay, or like sometimes I'll record and the audio doesn't record and I'm like, oh my god, my audio reset when I restarted my computer. But I just naturally think that everything's fine to start recording. And I'm just so trusting that I don't check these things. I don't use a lot of build CC, but I kind of do, but I kind of don't really want to. And I do want to have chooks. I know that I didn't want this generation to be too close to cottage living because I know I finished that LP kind of around the same time I was thinking about starting this. So I didn't want to like mimic it, but also very happy to have chickens back. I would have cows if I had enough space in the lot, but that's fine. And also I know gardening can be pretty repetitive in this game. Like you probably see it in like every LP of mine, but I love gardening. So it's just one of those things that you're just gonna have to see from me, unfortunately. Look at me actually I tried kind of decently hard to do some clutter in here, but every time I think I do alright with clutter, I look at other people's builds and I'm like, well, I could really work on mine. But it's okay. I'm more of, you know what, it even might be just blah, 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 blah. It might even just be more my style in the sense that I like clutter, but not really necessarily IRL. Like, my desk is like messy, but it's got like nothing on it. It's because I've got random Allen keys from trying to set this mic up. And like little sticky notes and just random stuff that doesn't need to be here. But like, it's clutter, right? I kind of like how full clutter makes a game feel, and it makes it feel more lived in, more personality. Sorry, I like to get British sometimes. Oh, if you're also new here, I'm so sorry. I'm roller coaster. It's a roller coaster of a year, guys, and I'm sorry I haven't been so consistent with anything. But I guess I never, I think there was a period where I was doing really good. Like I was doing like 4 videos a week, and it was like consistent for like 2 months, and I was so proud of myself. But at the moment, it's just kind of like, and we're trying to fit streaming in and trying to stream as well, trying to record videos and trying to work full time. It's kind of mad, you know? It's kind of mad. So I'm in a new full-time job. I'm not part-time anymore. It's a bit more of a challenging job, to say the least. So there's a lot of days where I come home and I need to relax, otherwise I might murder someone or myself. What? No, I'm kidding. Deep. No, I'm just kidding. But like it's like a bit overwhelming, but nothing I can't handle. Of course. I also got carried away building a lot of this, right? But then I didn't realize that I had spent so much money in this house, because I thought we were like, because you know our dog was pooping gold just before, that everything was fine. But unfortunately it wasn't. Oh my god, here I was thinking that Jade, like I cut this down, I went through it and I watched it and I cut it down and I went through it and I cut it down, and there's that in there. You can just tell that I clock out sometimes. But we also have little Daisy, and I think that's really cute. I might try to name all the kids like maybe garden themed, because I'm like, I think I have like an obsessive disorder maybe. Like she's just crazy. Like it's when I have to name my Sims with alliteration sometimes, or like it has to be relevant to the generation somehow. Like in my leprosy challenge, like totally did that the majority of the time when I could. But I redid this room a lot because I really wasn't sure what I wanted. I really wanted it to be like really kiddie, but I just get carried away with just neutrals. Like I have to color match, and then that dictates what I'm actually doing in the room and makes it a little less fun. But it's still really cute and I like it, but obviously it's a kid's room. The kid doesn't care whatever color everything is. They'd probably love any color of the rainbow, like, you know, like that kids love colorful things, bright light, bright stuff. But yes, and I even tried to do some like move objects and just yeah, look guys, I tried. You know I tried, right? You promise? Absolutely. Okay, great. This book, why am I spending so much time on this thing? No, I know why I spent so much time on that, but I'm sorry that you had to see that. This is actually after that expansion pack, not expansion, that game, no, not even a game pack. That kit came out. It was like, you know which one I mean. I think it was free if you already had The Sims, which in my eyes was a beautiful moment that I didn't have to pay for some content, and I probably cried on the inside. But this build was kind of around that time, and that's why I was like really with the browns and the pinks and the like the oranges kind of, because that's what colors came out with that pack, and I really liked that pack. Though it didn't necessarily fit with my kind of country thought process. This is also going to be the kind of workshop for George. It's Greg. I was close. I was so close. But this would be like Greg's workshop. I feel so bad that Greg's like maybe not the one for Jamie, but they're just kind of in it together now. But they're cute. But also, I'm probably just overthinking it, and it's The Sims, but I'm also like, Jamie deserves the best in this life. Like, what are we really doing here? I'm not excited to also have to listen to this over again to make sure I don't mess it up. Anyway. So he's going to be in the conservation career. I'm going to get him to do all that fabricating, that fun stuff, because that'll actually match in with like the kind of self-preservation vibe, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to do like the cooking. We're going to do our own garden. Like, he's going to provide his own furniture, and he's going to be really handy too. And it's going to be a really easy time. I know it. Like, it has to be. Also, why did none of the fences really match the fences? How frustrating. But yeah. I also wanted to do like a cute little sidewalk up the side of the house to the front of the house from like the greenhouse, if that makes sense. But I tried to use those little cobblestones that I think came with Spa Day or or they came with that expansion pack with the vacation world that I can't think of. I'm so bad. Like, I'm a Sims fan, the hours that I've put into Sims. But, like, you ask me any, like, Sims mythology. Is it mythology? Simology? Oh, that's actually a smarter word. Wow. And it's not even, I didn't even invent it. Oh my god. But, like, the simology, I guess, like, of all the families and, like, where they all came from. And, like, I kind of tapped in Sims 3. And I think that's, like, where my heart naturally is. But the Sims 4 is also amazing. And it's so much more in depth, if that makes sense. Like, you get more emotions, you get pregnancy tests. Like, do you just remember all those things when you first came into The Sims 4 and you're like, wow, it's such a different vibe. And also just being able to move rooms and your house all as one without having to destroy anything. Like, it's the simple things, ain't it? But I definitely have been drawn to a lot of the natural colors, and you can see that. And in their original house that they're in at the moment, I did my best to like use other colors like blues, and I think I kind of succeeded, but that's wept away now. Swept away. Yeah, okay, look, it's been a long time since I had to talk this much to anyone. People don't have long conversations like this with me anymore. I'm hard to talk to. But I hope you guys have been well. I hope you've had a really good Christmas and New Year. And I hope if everything's not okay, it will be okay soon. Like, not soon, I lied. It might take many years, but there will be progress, I promise. That's from some... why am I reminiscing about this in the middle of a Sims video? This is probably the most I've not actually talked about my builds while recording over it. It's because I haven't talked to you guys very much in a long time, I guess. So that's why I'm like word vomiting it all out. Like, I can't stop it. Like, it's oh, but I appreciate anyone who does hang around and watch these videos and enjoys my content. You guys are amazing, and welcome to all the new people that are popping in, and thank you to all the people who have stuck around. It's very sweet and heartwarming for me. Oh, I actually love those lights so much. They're so cute. See, I've actually, my adulting through The Sims, I'm putting little lights in it. Like, I check the light. Words! I'm actually delirious. But the lighting, like at nighttime, I've actually put more effort into, like, can you see this at nighttime? Like, night lights are so cool. Like garden lights or porch lights and stuff like that. Porch lights just reminded me of like Tumblr, and when they have like is it Simbloween? I don't even know what it's Simbloween. I think it's something like that. Oh my god. Where they have little porch lights. Sorry, another rant. Look, it's 20 minutes of me talking almost. Hashtag blessed. Do you guys feel very overwhelmed with everything that I've just spat out in this time, or are you just listening to my voice, playing Sims, or having a good time, and I'm just like a soothing background sound? Because I have a lot of people who are like that I watch on YouTube and series that I watch. It's just it's calming, and it's nice to be kind of paying attention and not paying attention. It's a less stress, I suppose, and we completely love less stress, don't we guys? But I really enjoyed building this home. I love the kind of the decor in it, the taste, the theme, the country, the woods, the warmth, the neutrals. Wow, why did that go into like a really weird rant? But I just love this kind of aesthetic, I suppose. And I'm obsessed with green, as you guys who are here probably definitely know. So it's definitely got that green in there. But I love greens and browns and neutrals. It's very homey, and it's just completely like what I love these days. But anyway guys, I hope you're having a really good Christmas and New Year, and this might even be up after that. But much love, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.